couple of weeks ago I had the real pleasure of filming with Matt Baker and the BBC Countryfile team. So I had Matt Baker, he visited the workshop. I was throwing chimneys at the time, I think. And then he got on the wheel and had a go at making a pot, which he wasn't actually that bad, it was pretty good. And then we moved on and they filmed us making a roof tile off one of the machines called a Stupid. That's his actual name. So look out for that. That's on tomorrow, Sunday, at between 5 and 6 tomorrow night. So it's all about the Humber estuary and our sort of place in its history, as it were. Because there was about 18 yards like this on the Humber in its heyday. So there'll be that. There's also a bit about the nature reserve next door, which is as a result of the clay ponds, or the ponds being left after the clay has been dug out, which quite a number of them have been turned into nature reserves. There's also a bit about a local farm as well. It's based on the estuary. So yes, it promises to be a very interesting programme, and hopefully you see a little bit of behind the scenes of the tile works and my Fizzog. So yes, it should be fun. So tomorrow night, 5 PM. Anyway, that's me done for the day. One of the big questions about centering and things that people ask is, big ones, how do you do it? Well, ideally, you want to slap it so it's as much in centre and already into a cone shape. So it just makes it a lot easier. You can see I'm not far off there. So then I'm squeezing from both sides, but primarily from my left, and my other hand on the other side, I'm sort of pulling in a bit like that. And then you're squeezing it, and you sort of press the clay away from you with your right hand. And that pushes it over, so the clay naturally comes down. So then you back up. And you can tell my body, I use my body, so my body's coming up. I don't need to use it as a sort of extra weight, bit of pressure. So, unlike the likes of Eric and Moonabang, Eric Landon, lithe young men, I'm not a lithe young man. So it's easier for me to use my upper weight, as it were, to help me. So there, I'm just pressing down like that into these hands here. And that is anchored onto my thigh. It's not anchored into my thigh, but just onto it. So that's it centered. And then open up. Make sure your wheel head's damp, but not wet. Just damp. Otherwise the ball won't stick. Try and get it in the center if you can. So what you're going to do is, you can see the clay's coming towards my fist. My fist is against, and you're squeezing it. So these fingers are coming like that, and this hand. So this hand's anchored. My elbow's anchored in there, and then push down. So this time slightly differently. So cone up, and then my left hand is on the top, pushing it down. You see, it's not central at all. It's just an odd lump. So the easiest thing to start with is you give it a good slap. You try and get as much of the work done as possible. So get it centered with a slap. It's a lot easier. So you can see that's fairly quite easy. It's already in a sort of cone. So again, pushing. And because this is a bigger lump and you want more pressure, so this time you do it from both sides more evenly. And then again, pressing down. So for a medium size, I tend to just use my right hand on the top. Push it up again. And then straight down. when you bring it down, both hands are working almost evenly. So this one's anchored and it's on the side, and this one starts up on the top, and the pressure, and you're pushing the pressure down. As you can see, my palm is going down the side of the mop. So then you end up with a nice even ball to open up with. And we'll open up and make some.